60 so no ewo DSTV sanso na uko Facebook a obetimi ahwe UTV Ghana afei se upese uhwe yen enso wo YouTuber eno so uko despite media abehu UTV ewo ho na afei woni yen ahwe abomu awie this way chocolate drink yo hia eyenso hye ye was specialized mineral water ye was special drinks ye was best point savings and loans best assurance and best pension awomo ene nyumaku a woso yasene ema ye de kasebo yi ebremo na de edimu akotini bi ene se Ghana mampanyin ye de atu edwa se uko wiase afana nyina ete se oman bia mu ayede nya Ghana nko a na Ghana de nyoma aguafan mu a womo eye enhyehyeye ye ba enkramantam ase ya ada Nadmo ede enyoma akwakoma wonmo a emframa jampantru do free epumu ebebo wo no ama omo nso nyoma a wode behwe wo ho abo wo ho bra kopim se nyoma betuto yie no omo nso wode bi akwakoma wonom yakọ ahafo mantam nso a enkrankrom basic school enyoma ne akade omo hia bi a ebema adesua ne adekire timi akoso nkwada ho beto omo akyekirefo nso wo mo ho ebeto wo mo Ensempi ka ho na yede ebremo ewo kasebo inu idin ede Akosua Sarpong afe kasebo no emu ensem enie Ghana mampanyin na ado dankwa ekufu ado ekopie mu ewo BBC abra womo etoto na no ene no abo enkomo ede afa sede Ghana enhyehyeye Ghana mamuo esitie na no ena Ghana mampanyin ede etu edwa se obi antumi nyina ba bia anka se oman bia mu nyeden oman bia mu ayeden ena ye kan so a ade ama aman ahodo ni mu nyina ayeden no emu baako eye coronavirus ana covid-19 yade a ete atise afimpinu ne aduonu ebesi se ye kasei yeguso ekohu eno achi de aba betom sesei eye Russia ena afi Ukraine entokwa yi a ekoso no eno so eka ho bi ama eneyi se yekasa nyoma mu nyeden a na oboa na bra wodi nkomoi ene wo kire se Ghana ye nhyehyɛ yahodo bebre se de be ya ye sika sam economy no ye betimi asan gina ye na so wamuguso a wo mo esoto nyoma.
Let's situate ourselves correctly. The world is going through very difficult times. Ghana is no exception. Nigeria is no exception. There's no country in the world that is escaping the ravages of both COVID-19 and also the impact of the Ukraine. But what you need to look at are where are the elements being put on the ground that look beyond the COVID and beyond the Russian-Ukraine war. And I think you'll find that in Ghana, the recovery program that we have is one that is considered very credible, and it is what is going to give us the opportunity to come out of this period a stronger economy. And it is that future that we're looking at when we're attracting people. The digital economy, the mobile economy.
Yes, but you're taxing people on money that has already been taxed.
Is the biggest economy is emerging as the biggest economy in the country, and for a long period has not had any taxation at all. So it is important now that they also come into the net. Our country has one of the lowest tax to GDP ratios of any country in West Africa and of an equivalent economy. The Akosua area, the general average today, tax to GDP average is about 18%. Ghana, we're at 13%. So it's as if you're talking about a country which is already overtaxed, if anything at all, is undertaxed.
You think it's necessary to tax people who are already impoverished?
They're not already impoverished. We're talking about people. We're talking about taxing an industry and transactions where a lot of value is being created, and we want to also bring that value into government coffers. I think that is something that is there's nothing so, and the levy, it's not Ghana, it's the only country that has something like a mobile, a digital tax. Many countries, they will not like it.
Because they're already taxing people who do business online, and then you are taxing as well.
Very little. People never like taxes. I don't know any group of people, especially businesses, when taxes are brought to them that like it.
When you hear all these stories, Mr. President, I mean, Ghana was one of the rising stars of, the economic recovery of Africa, so to speak. But when you hear about all these issues with the economy now, what exactly went wrong?
Nothing has gone wrong. We're part of those who have been very badly affected by what has gone on in the last 2 years. Until 2020, since I came into office, 2017, 2018, 2019, the beginning of 2020, we were growing our economy at about 7%, the GDP growth rate. One of the fastest growing economies in the world was the Ghanaian economy, even in the crunch year of 2020. When the economies of the world dived, Ghana, we still managed a positive rate of growth because the fundamentals of our economy are strong. But it has been a difficult task for all the economies of the world. I think it is important that when you're making the kind of provocative statements that you're making, that you situate yourself, you speak as if you're living in the same time as you and I, where the world economy as a whole has gone through very difficult times. And there are several things that we're doing, which is in the line of being able to pick up our economy again. I have no doubt that next year, if you were to come and speak to me like you're doing today, we will have a different set of facts for us to look at.
Abusuafo ye so akase ebo no so yenko emrahye bedwam sisi ana yenko hwe ensem a ekoso na de aba beto dwa ene se emrahye bedwafo binum entumi empie mu wo emrahye bedwam enya dwuma no se de sese omoye na obi etese onumonyamfo adwo asafo ye nyina yenim de asie asumsam dada ena wo chese onumonyamfo Henry Cote ono so on time mamrahye bedwam enti ama akasakasa kakra nya akasakasa ye ntokwa na emom sede ya na emrahye bedwafo eyiyi wo mo nsem ano ewo emrahye bedwam no eho no yenkotie de ekoso papapa eno wo chese speaker ene onumonyamfo muntaka na yensentwro ni Prince Akwade owo ho ye nanimusem Prince ma hey Prince otimen ka ma hey
me dozo
bibi aboko
nyame adom jiri so so hoye
nyame adom kakra Prince yenhwe eyeden
yema Ghana foi na kwaba mfama UTV so na ensema hodo epie mu e wa ha no se ene da bia amra speaker betena afre na voice and proceedings call so ye nti not as a formal communication from the speaker na nkasa then o sha say e background bebre e history ahodo bebre na o kire nsema hodo mu se nyema bi ebesi wa ha bia ne bi edikan esipen na ne nyina ara na ye hu ba bia na nkomo no efri a eba nti wi akire no na Mr. Speaker nkasa we abankens for small barbing akire mu se Obama me Sarah Adwasafo Uru Kennedy ohene Japan na afi Uru Henry Cote ono be pie mu nkra mantem ha ono yo so afo dan krofo we say no omo tena fie tu pempensu bi a I say omo akonya na tse dia permission o san komo de ba no abro so according to omo hihye yemu e wo na so de fie ha no say no and then this afo we say am abo mutin e me pie mu e wo the privileges committee na afi yan to nsa ni emi so na de mi so o anu ni emi so say yenti kwa ma omo CD more than omo akwanya omo wo no want to me amfa permission no amfa omo shape so emo so no speaker no o fero na o send message the man say bia bibi ntu member ono speaker no nye member of parliament and on the constituency bia emo go shape ahodo no because who people majority side a oru no don fe na shape ho and over the minority side oru mutaka na ho in the ko ba se man fa mo shape no so no mo so report direct and from speaker no maybe all the more speaker na o enya hwe emfa bae enti no na sa akonya no so ni tumi so no wagina mu se ma me Sarah Adwasafo a ono me santin o me pie maso jafi enya ono nko Henry Cote a ono be pie mu o pie mu anka ha me se ya oya regional minister afi Uru Kennedy Japan ono so oya maso twani no wonyina me pie mu o celebrity kaka no the privileges committee enti owie ye no ena Uru Abutaka Mohammed a ono ye chief whip e de madam kuma no sorry the announcement of Mr. Speaker ruling na wa pass no sabi ye tutume nye ye esa wo nyamra se bedwane we ye chame hene keke nti se kokoba se bia bibi na besi e was a member and a move ebia the private member motion anase bi ono akasa member na akasa na bitumi move say ebia me move motion we say sankrofo we say am parliament wa bra na proceedings at their business no cost on no bibi Mr. Speaker yen from wo privilege committee ni mi say bi so omo dientia omo me pie mo na mo say e makwan e ma saade we cost say speaker the nepe ebe ye bibia ebe dru pens we bi no governor no ka say ebe nya dictatorship speaker ono kan bi obia to me kan asem into the speaker yeah makwa saade we en cost ye nya members of parliament ochina no ebia de ato owura kan Japan na say Henry Kote want to me am pie mu was abde na wo makwa so onko privilege committee no ebetimi ato no so betimi ato obia into one hwe ntana say nya hwa han say Mr. Speaker fa ope ne wutumi ebe kan ensem bi asede ebe titia won fa ho die so san say them dey kan Mr. Speaker you be anto aban farmer ye ne members of parliament and ya fa say be ye chi amehene into won't mean say de ye nye e wa ha mezi na Mr. Speaker chi me say obetena ase na on transi no Mr. Speaker men transi ko si say obi tie dia mpesa me kan wi ora ha na kwa ye so on transi o say nya dia obetena ase ko si say asem of person o kan no wa kan wi no which means as many years afani na the into both minority and majority will be so yeah and we no owura opinion on also so yedom godo kuma no mobano den owura how na do so sorry kasa and o chimi so be challenge Mr. Speaker rule no say owura mu takaka na it says the speaker dey buy na dey omo na ya adwene na enye achina so no enya do betu no aya adwene e wo ho nti mu gusu a omo bobo omo nsem no e ho na magana furu nyina e ho nti ye hwe de bekọ kwesi bi me say nsem no betumi akoso say e ampa say wo say sankofo mi nsem bi pimo ma so jafi ne to ma no ana say bi e bebo e di agu eno akire no e be magana furu nyina e ho de ekọ
mia eya to ho se e bia sa nipa me ensen onumunyamfo Henry Kote onumunyamfo Kennedy Japan ene onumunyamfo Adwoa Safo onumunyamfo Adwoa Safo de ni se yete krata bi e wonsem se wo se nka yensan ma na bosome omo maka no wate se omo se omo de excuse ana se ensem bi ba yenti a sabre omo ntimi empie mu wo mrahye bedwam no
Obana kasa no go chika ka bam man chana nti de wo kan ni ye ka pam so say how no betumi asesu bi mu a
ha de mechirim yo prince na me bisa say what bibi what say ye yi onmonyamfo Adwoa Safo free ho a ono ne yete say wosan ekoje extension of leave say ye ma ne be bosome bi enka ne leave no ho na onmonyamfo Henry Kote ene onmonyamfo Kennedy Japan womu mienu wati bibi onmonyamfo Henry Kote so ene UTV kasa me kai so ne nsentrofo kasa se na nkrofo kra kasa oyare mfahin kosia na so onyare bia oguso ye adwuma se bia de enti a wo ma emrahye bedwam no hwepofo no wo matimi aka ama wati bibi ana na wo afa na omuguso
afa na omuguso a omububu wo nsem no nti na ka ye twen se emna me de call ikwa pie na me bo mpa tank e bia hwepofo ni betumi apia bonte na ka yatumi aje kaku na kasa ewo mo no bare nya enyanya obi a ebetu no edi ewo afedi bare ye kan say sisi no speaker kire so no ankasa na research awai wan kasa ebia member bi na de research no edi aba ono temi say ono an research a why nti sisi no say the afani afano owura mutaka sama okai no eno na owura haruna kan ena no achi no owura chairman sabonso so a challenge the same year the constitution article and the provisions no a mo nyina e de ekasa ye no nti no ye hwe say the afani na akoben kromo no say bibia kwa na wie a ye ne mpanyinfo bi din ko ne ebisa de enti on kasa so owura report no na ni kwa ya president be kasa ye no wo eno achi no so kwa uma obaba akon nti no say on kasa na research and I database ko no speaker ekasa famu no obetumi a kire say bia see na ti ana say na ti ti so ana o ma ba de na ye hu ni say oba ana say bi hu ni TV so nti hu ni say bia no o chamber bia nti ye kan but man na sara just for the palabra bi na di dance say o obi a ono no o ma eno wa chen Japan so no oba o ma eno akwa no o chamber nti ye nim say the enti ama speaker e bia o kan sa asem no nti actually say the odi kan kan na me bo na say bia to na afọ mu a ye ne penifo bi din ko ne bisa won say e no pre afia ne handle department ni bi so betumi akọ ne ehun say e no pre say bia mpofu yo mo ma ana say bia speaker na na obesie ofese obi tene kana say bia bibinti ama o kan sa asem no nti bre e na be kire sa asem ni
Prince, ya beda se papa ne amanebo ewie ebusuafo de esi ewo emrahye bedwam no eno eye putupuru a ebaye ya da so wo nkran mantem hase ya na ye wo Okankwe North eho ena abankra chepanyini a wo ho mekire municipal chief executive wo Okankwe North Assembly onmanyamfo boy layi ene won mo etiti Christian village high tension said de na no ye bom amane sempanimfo akoka kire omo se wo mo hwe na nka omo ntumfiri baabi omo wo no na high tension ase na omo wo no ha adwene eno no omo akohia ekoka sebe ya ombetimi akontem ombetuntem esanso wo se covid no eno na betwintwa wo no manam nya saa ankase ye kasa de kotu ase dada
we a ye hu sesie ya nkrofo high tension ase na wo ase omo containers ni edan eka me timelines no ho for last year na last 2 years if you say covid no ba ye ntino ema enuama ni nyina bebre na eka akire this year no nyame aye adom covid na bafom enko ye kra but abafom nti assembly na adwen ho se enuama na ye di si ye no so se ye beye no emre adu se e wo se yetimi sorry na ye yes sai enuama no wo high tension nkrofo asisi dan a omo parlons ni bi a ye still no e bi ehihye omo dan mu ankrofo da ho asemba sesi a nipa first a be frɛ MC nti yahwɛ ahu sɛ e wo sɛ yetimi eye hu bribi enu nti na ye bɔ mu nkra ye tu nkra mo mu ye kyerɛ mu krata mi ankasa mi baaye e be hwɛ niama no ene e bi di nkomo ma ye hu sɛ emire aso a e wo sɛ yetimi di sɛ adwuma yi nti ene ye ni o ma be hia kroma nyina ba ya hia o mu ya ka kyerɛ o mu ne e pɛ sɛ yeye o mu so aka kyerɛ ne a o mu so pɛ ya tunsa afrɛ mpanyimfo no o mu wɔ krom no because o mu
afi ye to akase ebo no eso aso manfo ebekaye a na no ye yimfonyini bi na efri bese na wotwe awie ye ba nyina ye yi samfonyini di akere o manfo a ye dawro so kra ye yi kirem eno ene abrantie yi a wokuta tuo gina kwan mu ewo emfimfini mantam mfonyini ne ba afoforo ne enim ye frefra posifo bo wo mamane e ma ekọ ba bia ma o manfo nyina hu ye enkote ye se o ye posini a wono ate asi kwan mu a wo ba na onu timi gina kwan mu se ba bi ono pese ofa chese eyi tuo de bubu obi ka ahwehwe edi tuo no chese nyame kra na ya adom anka mi se o tuo no sese aposifo nsa aka no na sese interdiction aka no se de be ya hwehwemu betimi akoso na se ba bambo mu ensem a opanyi ba kwa ya yetan no edi enkomo eye Sani Adep ono yeka se obi a onimbambo mu nsem a onimpa ne se asomdwe betimi aba o mamu a wo ho nimde yenya na homa ne so a ye ne no ebedi nkomo awie yi bra ma hey
hello
me ma ho Sani
yeni about min tie yi et say phone no baby I want no
okay emu wa on te menkan yi Sani o te menkan
ye bet me manage no sir
wadaroma tie ni sa ma me Sani yenhwe asem a esi na anu yi yenhwe nansen ensem bi sei sisi na no ma me mfamfiri ba bi a posini yi a ekoba se enokra de ye ne wadi hu nkomo a na asem we ye esi ye sesei posini timi yituo ewo kwan mu na waye eniyeye we nyame amfafie no otutuo na epra nipa no a interdiction na obekọ na asa aka se yeye enhwehwemu sai na wo usi hu no
Bacho network no minti hwi to say ewa
megidi se Sani brese obete yenka Sani o tebenka hello Sani Sani ebre ye be hwe se ye nsa be ka no wa ahoma no so na ansa na no ye nto akase bo no so e sese ya de hye bebre e na ye kasei wo mo ho akire wo mo Ada West Mensini nim be bia ye frɛ ho Aklabanya na eno e wo nkramantem ha se ye ni nyina eye enframa jampantrudu a enam eposo anase enam suo so ababeto ahye wo so na National Disaster Management Organization NADMO wo mo abomoden e de enuoma akọ se de be ya omanfo wo mo ho akoka adwamu no obetimi enya mo afiri mu
Enema ni bi anadmu ku no ede akokoma wona aso chiabo ase wonema ni bi eyenuane mattresses ayempa mosquito net entuntum dan entuntum adru blanket ena afi nema nema bi ekeka ho openye kwankyerefo no de nadmu iku na no ene Eric na najima prempe ne kase yimo no ene ode to amanfo no enim se aso chiabo ba fi ebese amanfo nema no enye nne ena ahyase amanfo na wonim se brano na so chi na beta aba eboba nso be se woni emanti be ya onyina no onko achi se ne be na sa yesan ebi ensensibiem
nti ade a ye be ye ne se ye be mamu enema kakra be boa mu aduane mosquito net mosquito coil mattresses any blankets ne nema nyina ye de bebre aba egukam ye fi ha ye de beja nadmo fo na wa ha no any MC any assembly for no mahwe no mache ama mo a ebi atomo no na ade a ye besere mo ne se it's a plea every year bia the same problem about ha enso nipa no da seto ha ya o se obi dan wa ha enso no a pushy sand na be cover enti waves ne kwa na wasan be clear sand no na wasan be tena ha. But the dangerous thing is one day one share waves in the bar ebefa wako ukona uwa obetimi abekle sand ni bio. So we are pleading with you yes remo won panye fai e wo se obia free ha muntunko anim kakra ohun sa anya sa one day uwa wawu obia ntimi sisa sa o twa sa aban beba na aban de moa bro ye de mattress abro ye de we abro na uwa mattress ne emo no o de be dey se wawu so yesremo sea defense ne de government ne eye president Kufo start here o voter region na nado so aba ono so obeto aso na waye de aka no ti kakra ye be ye ni nyina na ye nyanya ye no entra ho na nwu ansa
sese ye niama nti ye nti minda mpo ya da oka na ye mhyehyeye because he said ti oka bona nsuo na ba onum sese de be so munya ni se sea defense aban hwe na onye bibi mfa nsuo we huma ye na de aye idie yesramu
like ya dwane nyina ko ya bi na hwi itene mu ba yesramu ba ya sea defense no mai na yeso ya bro yeso ya kagana for wo vote no ba yeso ya vote bi ya to aba no bi itene mu ba vote mu ba ya mai
yense ye nya bebi nda ye won kwada ye nuanum so ye nananum kohwe mi nana sese wo fi ontibi nya ne wo hwi epo no ha ya nkasa nya agro enye fadi agro ye
sase wo mo mai sase na ye nko ho musi dan mai te se quarters na ye nko na ye ko tra ho
sa ye ni sky university da nti mu pe bebi mai na ye ntra musi ye kwachi ye fi ani ho mo ho na ye kwa kotra ye ni bi ye ni sky so university da sese nti mu be ye bibi mai na ye nya kwa na ye nko ye be ye
they say sea defense important one is sea defense no bia we say e be prevent ye what
yankwa homa so na ye ne Sani Adebu eni nkomo afede e wote menka Sani ma he Sani
Mitio
yo bra mami misa me sa de misi no tie na me frɛ obra no minim say wo say me frɛ Mr. Sani Adebu anyway so yenhwe asɛm a esi ye e wo Cape Coast postini a okuta tuo gina kwan mu video yi akọ viral obi ehunu se de esitie mami misa bambo ho nsem sa bia ho nankasa no eye bia bia ye beka se ho no ye prone area se ye ka emiamia hodo a etuo doso ewo Ghana ha sei anankran mantam ne emfifini mantam a edoso pa sai na wo si hu bambo ho nsem ewo ho
Okay, so me who video no, and now a very unfortunate incident. But you who stress sa police officer no not the aggression mode ye activated. Rather video no a trace on na oye aggressor because at the point on na or assaulting the other person. And time sa other person no hopped into his vehicle to leave the scene now or destroy the side mirror.
Yeah.
So you need justification there for the action, no, because a tantamount to abuse of power. And idea or a very inconsistent with a police for or mujuma. Because mostly, how to exercise restraint, how to de-escalate rather than escalate. So, for example, other side, what do you think would have happened? And a very disturbing phenomenon. Because after nipa bebre according to Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center, there were well over 2 million illegal Ito system as at 2014. So you can imagine, there was serious proliferation. And on this note, Mikasa, as an executive council member of the coalition of NGOs against the proliferation of small arms and light weapons, Ghana. And a very disturbing phenomenon. There were every other parts of the continent. Ebimu are locally manufactured, and Ghanaians they pray omukite etuo. So the slightest trigger, the slightest opportunity, omuyi etuo. Meanwhile, etuo no ewa loss. Ukite etuo ewa loss. There were a law of proportionality. Obi diaba diwichi na uyi etuo bonwa eye disproportional. But also oyi etuo until the person makes an attempt to point the gun at you, they were lost. Unfortunately, the people and they see it as a symbol of power. They keep it just because of swag and so so a very disturbing fact, and it's more disturbing owing to the fact that a police who should know better rather acted in such a manner.
Sani se usha said you see can afimpinu ni edu and 2014 ebesi sabre se mo ya mo hwehwe mu na do ani ebubu a etuo no adoso yete se na wo ka bibi se ye hwe galamsefo no a ebi dodo no na abafie omuso omukutatuo eno so kan ho bi na ama na doso ana said na wo kan no.
Obviously, I mean, me I caught Galamsey site in the past, and almost every single Galamsey operator will do.
Okay.
Mostly a pump action, no. Ebimu omukita pistol, no. Ebimu omukita assault rifles. To me, running Galamsey site without a tool because mostly robbers were honum, no. Who robbed them of Sarpong, so much it and most of it are registered, including Chinese. So after you see, no more Galamsey, and so Etuono is finding its way into other hands. Ebimu omukite Etuono as Galamseyers, no time no omu yesika after sikanu. So they sell these guns to third parties. And it's also a major cause for concern, apart from the local gun manufacturing industry, because some 2 years ago, according to Interior Minister, about 90% of Eto are almost retrieved from crime scenes they are locally manufactured. And after Uko, Alavanya, and Konya, Kumasi, Buku, Honum, they are able to manufacture beyond pistols, after Omuye assault rifles also. So the proliferation is a major issue, coupled with Akosua Boku, with the influx, porous borders, So all of this is, accounting for the number of weapons our system. And I must say, hard.
Sani yesamra posi ni no so. Police ni okuta tuo gina ekwan mu. Na wo kire ne krache power. Wo kire se okuta tuo otumi. Se de na wa wo kan hwe video yi a ye nyina yesu ehu ye yi a. Okuta tuo ni nti. Oye na dwene se akoa no one ni yiyi. Wo ne hwan e na wo betimi agina. Wo be gina mani makasa. Wo bo na sum e ma wo ye so wo bo ni bi. Enso wahu na wo hwe se de video ni si kono se de ye nyina ye hwe ni baby a o kroku tuo no se de nko oto no eno no sa no oto ya eno no se wasaya de o eno ye ba ko de toso mienu posi ni se de na wo ka no esese wutimi gina ekwan mu we so kra no won hye uniform bibia no we kire se oye posi ni eti obi de ade bo no ana se obi ene ne de siani e wo ho a eno no na ye nipa na asem ana.
Okay, so your Arms and Ammunition Act 1972 it says you are not supposed to brandish unless you tacit approval of IGP.
Okay.
So whether we are a soldier, we are police, the fact that we need duty, okay, you are not supposed to brandish.
Okay.
Because obi bet me out to thinking say we are armed robber. So in the actions, it was neither here nor there. It was completely unacceptable. Very unprofessional. Because then you share video, nobody thought say, or police the issue just emerged recently. Okay. Aside that, as security operatives, during the training process, how to de-escalate. Okay, but I think not was our propensity for the display of power. Okay, because of it, me a police so me a invincible, me a powerful. Nobody there challenges me any idea, which was wrong. So I think, sir, in as much as we a very unfortunate incident, and present here a unique opportunity to serve notice to other officers almost feel say uniform and by virtue of the fact that we are members of the security agency and we are bonia actions are completely unacceptable, and I think say a police for almost and make sure say he is punished to serve as a deterrent to other officers. Even me, Mikite Tua, minim adia ebema miji etuonumpo. Me ukaima sumpwa.
Sani, mami misa.
Because proportionality is very key.
Okay.
But ebi mu udina tempo a oyi tuo.
Okay. Sani, mami.
And it's wrong.
Mami misa we say. Police need me. Yamfa nesesa de na woka say wo ye adwuma in the course of your duty. Wo ye adwuma na ebi ebehia se wo beyi tuo e de apie ana se
break it.
Eti we na oyi tuo no ketwa na sa no ebetimi aba se tuo ne ono ane de a ana se eye yemfa ne se posi mu no wo no de a eno no ebetimi aye se ono ane de ana se eye yemfa ne se aban de na wakofa no de display yetumi ye ne sa ama ne ye.
Well, usually, our police before UBG abide a tour, there are processes, fill forms, and mostly operations. After operations, they return a tour to the armory. But a bit depending, a continuous operation. So kitasa a tour, I bind there. So okay. That a tour.
Okay.
Aside that, it be almost personal because there were laws before ube to me whether we are a police a soldier and a civilian, you would have to go through the process. Ube Ministry of Interior to purchase and to import. Ministry of Interior permit to either buy it from a registered gun supplier and now to import it. Ujisa permit, and trust uto etuno betumi akite etuno debi because permit it lasted for only 6 months.
Okay.
After Utosa, you take it back to the police for for licensing. And license at the end of every 31st December, ube renew or license. Unfortunately, we move so we cut through process but license renewal no omunye. There are 2 ways, whether a service person or personal but the way our transition with it was wrong and because someone that engaged him thinking say a highway robber or on rampage.
Sani de medi be wie kra no se wotie nsem no de de ba ekofa ba ya posini ya yaso ni mu ya se owo interdiction aka ni na ono so kire se abranti ya yehu no ewo video yi mu no na ono so ono kokoyi bibi ti sese kan e no de pia enu nti no ono so yi tuo no asem ni nyina nie de ye te ye se fo no omo se na posini ba no hwe ekwan ni mu no ekwan no asi na se be ya obekọ no eno ono no pesa ofa ekwan ni mu kọ na traffic nurse no obi anyina na ono nkọ ena abranti yi so kire se da bi wo mpene ema no ema mesene sa na traffic ni nyina na edimu ye posini a enkire se wo se eja omumu a wokọ enti ekoya akasakasa na okoyi tuo na abranti no so di kan yi sekan ansa no no kwa akofa tuo no eno no sa na ye beka se balance na
it very dependent because usually threats it has to be proportional. Because some time ago obi to wahala johonum because na sani pano of your car battery. You are in no position to kill someone because of your car battery because it's not proportional. But at the point of feel say life is in danger. Another possibility of serious harm coming your way. Ubetumia engage. We didn't see a cutlass. Idea was him being aggressive and destroying because self-defense there is for you to be out of danger. And but quite obviously, Papa Way, he was so much out of danger to the extent that after no aggressor. Okay, so a case of he said, I said. So until Omuye investigation new year, we wouldn't be really so much in a position to tell why no aggressor. But the video me who express onu no aggressor. And actually, I mean, this is an opportunity for me to advise. Usually, me at this point of my life, I easily let things go. Sometimes traffic will be ball careless, then Uber drive car just to get to the person to insult. They be sad, recently, Madame Fubi oko nsawam oko visiti ni down Fubi security officer wa honum papa bi no bisano then on sawam meaning papa we no me mechanic 3 months ago he even worked on my car then guy started so or see obi di car brand after fixing the car or test drive by the time or returning another mechanic are parking the spot. No, see move car no. Sa other mechanic or see on move. Hey, or piano kakra or to form no. Oh yeah. So accidents do happen.
Yeah.
Okay. Already will be person on but you could get into an altercation. No, the person dies. Over your life in prison, 30 years, 40 years. So let's try to let things go. So far as imposing an immediate existential threat to your security, and I advise them, let it go. You report it near police for. Don't take the matter into your own hands. Okay. Because in the end, Uber endanger, and you would end up doing something against the law.
Sanya, that's here we are partner obre. Yanesane Adib, our security expert. Ya kambambo munsem so call asumdwemwa oya de papa ye no edi enkomo afa yemfa ye ni enkyere achimota ene ne mpotemu titu nkramantem asei Mobile Money Association for no kyerɛ sɛ yi levy ya abayi mpanimfo ankyekere wo mu wo mo nte ase sesei no ebe ma wo adwuma no nso agu eno nti wo mo twa adwadwo
dia so far no yenya mu nte ase sanse adwuma yenya educate ye say bia obi be iska 1000 ye beti say 2000 ye beti say or send so e dey say na beto so emu education bi an sheda emae eti obi ho no mo a wono onya tese asi levy a no aba so oyi ni sika enti sika yie ne na ye say e koso enti time kra e take effect na obi anya de en sheda nim say start china start next month or next year obi anim enti ehwo ne de even ye dodo no ye sa adwuma we ne ye nimu enchiremu papa enti ye twen aban no se obema ne communicators ana emu anim difo aba bonten na omudi mu nchiremu aye de e de abre ne yeso yahunu se de esitie
business ne de to be frank e go down grow a brave because of say nyanya entiase nti na ama ehu bi ewo omo sendi sika enti obia try say obe nya entiase bi ansana wa timia make step bi enti so far I think say ehu ewo nkro we brem even last time nkro obi can say oh almost say beginning of this month best started. That's it. Into the information in the young koye, you about it.
Agents now moving education piano. Who say Mobile Money Agent Association of Ghana. And you by force to say agents across the country be about joining. Association is not by force. Those agents now need to be in Kasami members of the Mobile Money Agent Association of Ghana. And I name the baby we are circle. So Munquan or Monam yet to Manomuli umbrella via Sivia. The best from to Mobile Money Agent Association of Ghana because every member of the association we are doing outreach for them. They have a platform, so you have collective group platform. I educate you on educate you on those platform, WhatsApp platform, based on the district, the region, or municipality or it is an agent to be say on no education, education, mark Mobile Money Agent Association of Ghana, education, in two folds. One is direct contact with customers. A customer about over or not only me, it's what stretch the Musana meet at here for natural food. They told me so I say we use the media to educate the general public. I did not make us for you. This agent, it's not to say a buying and so agent body at the banner, Chinese and any engagement, and the number of furniture of what anymore. Weekly, quarterly, monthly, agent body across the country, our members of the Mobile Money Agent Association of Ghana. They organize forums through an MTN phone, L30 Go, Vodafone, and even other police, security personnel near there, but I'm here the education man. Agent. You now beside another order.
Afeyenko ahafomantemwe na yekọ Nkrankrom Basic School eno ewo Esutifi South Mensini nimu na akyerɛkyerɛfo a ewo ho no enkwada ewo ho wo mo kyerɛ sɛ nneɔma nhyɛda nkɔyie wɔ sukuu mu hɔ na abra yɛnsɛntwerɛfo ne head teacher a wɔ sukuu mu hɔ owura ohime kwabena Samuel ekasa na wo kyerɛ sɛ enkwada pa sɛ yɛka sɛ wo mu nim computer de wo mu nim yɛde ya draw wɔ board so na yɛde bo ato hɔ kyerɛ mo sɛ right click left click sɛ computer nankasa mouse da hɔ no mo do mo sa ato hɔ no ebi ni so ɛna keyboard no so yɛ draw ɛwɔ board so ni a kyerɛ mo sɛ aha yɛ A aha yɛ B umia ha kɔ ha ekose yɛ no pɛ na omu nim afei ɛdan a ombetena me nkonwa ombetena so akyerɛkyerɛfo no kura nkonwa ombetena so ama ke nkwada no ebooks kura bi ni hɔ enti wɔsrɛ sɛ mpanimfo ɛmɛboa wɔn
ye school dan na ɛyɛ enchanse aboso nyina no atetintin tokro dem a ɛyɛ nsuo tɔ ne wɔ school mu a yɛntimi ensua de ɛma ne nyeye sɛ yɛni school mu so na nsuo tɔ ɛbɛba na ta hɔ tije sɛ yɛhwe ne nyina afiri hɔ ansa na yɛtumi atoa adesua ne adekyerɛ so wohwɛ school no mfie aduasa ne a esi dan no ɛnya adeɛ sɛ renovation bia atumi akɔ so nti ama ɔhaw kɛseɛ wɔ ho ɛno ɛka ho bi na ma ɛnɛ yɛhyehyɛ adwumadie sɛ yɛbɛyɛ nnɛ ato yɛn nsa afrɛ adɔfo a ɔmo nyinaa ɛwɔ engumasua mu twaka na ɔmo aba abɛhu yɛ haw na ɛmoa bi asɛ sɛ ɔmo de boae no ɔmo atumi de aboae afei nso so ɛyɛ abɛɛfo kwan a yɛfa so esua deɛ ɛyɛ computer yɛde aba school ahodoɔ nyinaa mu nanso woba yɛ school mu ha computer baako koraa no yɛni bi nti sɛ yɛbɛkyerɛ mmɔfra no a gye sɛ kyerɛkyerɛni no ɛde ne deɛ ba ansa na mmɔfra no atumi anya akwanya na ɔmatumi asua ɛyɛ adeɛ no bi nti yɛpɛ sɛ yɛfa saa akwanya yi so na adɔfoɔ bɛboae na ɛnya computers no bi sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a yɛbɛtumi de akyerɛ ɛyɛ mmɔfra no sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a ɔmo nso so ɛnɛ wiase no nyinaa ne ɔma no nyinaa yɛkɔ digital nti sɛ ɔmo nya saa nimdeɛ no a ɛbɛboa ma ɔmo ankasa biribiara sɛ sɛ ɔmo yɛ wɔ asetena mu no ɔmo nkɔdan obi ɔmo ankasa bɛtumi ayɛ
asɛ de yɛhunu paa ne sɛ akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ no sɛ aban de ɔmo ba a ɔmo yɛ ɔmo adwene sɛ aha ne yɛ kuraase ama nti ɔmo ba yɛ ana ɔmo asa asesa ɔmo nneɛma na ɔmo kɔ nti ama akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ ho ɛden paa yɛ ma yɛn wɔ ha sei nti ama atichafoɔ no kakra ɛwɔ ha na ɔmo ho kyerɛ ɔmo nti yɛn awofoɔ a yɛwɔ ha no yɛn nyinaa saa adwene sɛ yɛsrɛ aban sɛ ɔmmoa yɛn atichafoɔ anaasɛ akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a ɔmo bɛtumi akyerɛ yɛn ma nadeɛ na ɔmo nso so atumi akɔ ɔmo nkan ama yɛn paa yi
kankyerɛ mpanimfoɔ wɔ school no ho sɛ yɛ dan na yɛte mu de sua adeɛ no nkyɛnse dan no so nyɛ nsuo tɔ a egu class hɔnom yɛntumi nsua adeɛ wɔ class hɔ enti yɛsrɛ mpanimfoɔ no sɛ ɔmo mɛboa yɛn na yɛntumi nsua adeɛ na kuro no kɔnkan medamas
science lab na yɛsi a nkunya so a yɛnkula no wɔ no so mu nibi nsuo tɔ so a egu dam hɔnom srɛsrɛ sɛ nka ɔmo mba na ɔmo mbe ye dani yimai nanka bibi anko yimai
nkonya ena enye ena ye chance dan so to a yetimu a na nso ne bure ye nkonya so nye nti enu nti na yesi aban no omboa ye da desire de etu nanu se omboa
ewe abusia ye nya aboafo nkrato emra se ye ba agudie mu nsem ena bongo di fara David Ofori Safo ode eba beto ayeso ye ba sisia